नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। I welcome all the wonderful children for today's session of Gita Wisdom Tales. Today we are going to learn a beautiful shloka from the Bhagavad Gita. This is from the 5th chapter. Today is our 8th session. And this talks mainly about selflessness. We need to be very selfless in doing our activities. Of course, we need to take care of ourselves, but at the same time, it's required for us to extend ourselves to help others selflessly. Let's recite the shloka. Labhante brahma nirvanam rishayah kshina kalmashaha छिन्नद्वैधा यथात्मानः सर्वभूतहिते रताः. Recite Vihan, first line. लभन्ते ब्रह्म निर्वाणम्
लभन्ते न ब्रह्म निर्वाणम् लभन्ते ब्रह्म निर्वाणम् लभन्ते ब्रह्म निर्वाणम्।
लेखन ऋषयः क्षीणकल्मषः
ऋषयः क्षीणकल्मषा ऋषयः क्षीणकल्मषा ऋषयः क्षीणकल्मषा
छिन्नद्वैधा यथात्मानः
छिन्नद्वैध
शौर्य सर्वभूतहिते रताः
सर्वभूतहिते रता सर्वभूतहिते रता सर्वभूतहिते रता।
Now let's recite full shloka. लभन्ते ब्रह्म निर्वाणम्
लभन्ते ब्रह्म निर्वाणम्
यः क्षीणकल्मषाः
ऋषयः क्षीणकल्मषाः
नद्वैधा यथात्मानः
छिन्नद्वैधा यथात्मानः
सर्वभूतहिते रताः
सर्वभूतहिते रतः
लभन्ते ब्रह्म निर्वाणम्. Who is reciting next? Haripriya, you are reciting. Labhante Brahma Nirvanam. Yajat, you can recite.
लभन्ते ब्रह्म निर्वाणं रसः क्षीणकल्मषः छिन्नद्वैत यतात्मनः सर्वभूतहिते रतः।
Gunamai, Prabhu, you can recite. Sorry, unmute yourself. Labhante Brahma Nirvanam.
लभन्ते ब्रह्म निर्वाणं ऋषयः क्षीणकल्मषाः छिन्नद्वैता यतात्मानः सर्वभूतहिते रताः।
Hare Krishna, you can unmute yourself quickly, Devanath. Labhante Brahma Nirvanam ऋषयः क्षीणकल्मषाः छिन्नद्वैधा यथात्मानः सर्वभूतहिते रताः. Recite.
लभन्ते ब्रह्म निर्वाणं रसयः क्षीणकल्मषाः छिन्नद्वैता यतात्मानः सर्वभूतहिते रतः।
Jahnavi.
कृष्ण प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम। लभन्ते ब्रह्मनिर्वाणं तस्य क्षीण कलामसः छिन्नद्वैतयतात्मानः सर्वभूताहिते रतः.
Last. Shikesh.
Yes, Prabhu. लभन्ते ब्रह्मनिर्वाणं ऋषया क्षीणकल्मषाः छिन्नद्वैतयतात्मनः सर्वभूताहिते रताः.
Very good. Now let's see the meaning of this shloka. Labhante Brahma Nirvanam. Brahma Nirvanam means liberation, means attaining God. Labhante means to attain. Brahma Nirvanam means liberation or going to the spiritual world. After attaining the God, where is it? Labhante Brahma Nirvana means attaining the Supreme Lord Krishna. Rishayaha means who will attain Krishna? People who are very advanced in their consciousness. Rishayaha, sometimes sages also attain. Very great devotees attain. Kshina Kalmashaha. You know what is Kalmasha? Kalmasha means contamination, sins, bad qualities. Kshina means to get rid of, to be freed from. By being freed from all kinds of sins and contamination and bad qualities, great saintly people, Rishayaha, they will attain liberation, they will attain the Supreme Lord. Fine? Then, Chinnadvaidha Yathatmanaha. Chinnadvaida. Dvaida means dualities. You know what is duality? Anyone knows what is duality? Duality means two. Pairs. Oh, Krishiva, tell me what is duality? Raising hand.
Duality means heat, cold, praise, criticism, regards, non-regards.
Correct. So dualities means pairs of opposites, like happiness and distress, and darkness and light, heat and cold, praise and criticism, victory and defeat, success and failure. These are all different dualities in this world. Got it? So Chinna Dvaida means you are unaffected by it. Yesterday we discussed, right? Equanimity means to be equal towards happiness and distress. Although happiness and distress are not same exactly, but still you don't get so much affected by them. You see them equally. So Chinnadvaida means you don't get overly affected by all the dualities in this world, happiness or distress, or success or failure, victory or defeat. You will not be affected by all this. That's why they are called Chinnadvaida. Yathatmanaha. Yatha Atmanaha means being totally focused on the self-realization, means in worshipping the Supreme Lord. So the qualities of devotees are like this. When Labhante Brahma Nirvanam, they will be able to easily attain the Lord. How? Kshina Kalmashaha, they are freed from all sins. Chinnadvaidhaha means they are beyond all the dualities. They are unaffected by praise and criticism, honor and dishonor, respect and disrespect. Yathatmanaha, they are totally focused on their spiritual life. And finally, they have another beautiful quality. Sarva bhuta hiteraha rataha. Sarva means all. Bhuta means all living beings. Hita means welfare. They're always busy working for the welfare of all living beings. They're selfless. They don't work only for their own welfare. They work for everybody's welfare. They don't think about their own happiness. They want everyone to be happy. Clear? These are the qualities of great people. Today, we'll focus on the last point of selflessness, working for others' welfare. Can you please tell me the meaning of this shloka? Anyone? Rhea, try to tell me the meaning of the shloka.
Prabhuji, actually, I don't want to say.
Okay, no problem. Who is confident in saying the meaning of the shloka? Vihan.
Prabhuji, the meaning of the sloka is we have to think of others and not to be always thinking of ourselves, think about others, and we should not be dishonored if someone insults us, and we should take them equally. Thank you.
Okay. Good point. Anyone else? More complete meaning of the shloka? Rishikesh? If not, I can say it again, no problem. Rishikesh.
Who are not affected by dualities, who are not selfless,
Not selfish.
for not selfless, and
They have to be selfless. They should
yeah,
not.
they are selfless, and who and all are free from the sins, they will achieve the supreme Godhead.
Excellent, excellent. Anyone else? I would like to share the meaning. Yes, you can speak.
Who are free from sins, are beyond dualities, doing welfare to all, they attain spiritual world.
Good. So now we got the meaning of this shloka. Let's focus on this point of selflessness. Why should we be selfless at all? There are many things about going beyond dualities, being equipoised, that we have already seen. Kshina kalmashaha means we should be sinless. So everybody knows we should not be sinful. But we'll focus more on selflessness today. Before I elaborate on this point of selflessness, can you give me an explanation of what is selflessness? Why should we be selfless? Tara, yeah, speak.
Selflessness means thinking of everybody, not only thinking for yourself, but also thinking for others. Like, if you have gone to a birthday party and they are distributing maza to everybody and food plates to everybody, suppose, so, and they are out of food packets. So, like, instead of thinking only for yourself, you can share your food with the others, like that.
Half packet for you, half packet for me. Now the packets are there. Let me just grab my packet and go away from here so that I don't miss it. Good. Yes.
Prabhuji, selflessness means not being selfish.
Correct. Can you say something more?
For example, in a school, there is my friend. I have two best friends. One of my friend has her birthday today. And for example, she has given me 2 of the chocolates and she's distributing chocolates. And 2 of the friends who are there, they are she's out of chocolates and she cannot distribute more. And 2 kids are left. Instead of eating those 2 chocolates, I will give the other 2 chocolates.
Okay. You are nicely explaining with examples. Yes, Krishnamai, what do you mean by selflessness? Give another dimension of selflessness. Hare Krishna? You are able to hear? Okay, let someone else speak. Kartikeya.
Yes, Prabhuji.
What do
Prabhuji.
you,
Yes, Prabhuji.
what do you mean by selflessness?
Prabhuji, selflessness is when, like when we are not selfish.
Okay, okay, very good. Thank you. I think I will proceed. Some devotees wanted to speak. Sri Ram.
Prabhuji, when we are serving Krishna, we should not think about ourselves, and we have to sacrifice ourselves for serving Krishna.
The spiritual dimension to it. Working for others is one level of selflessness. Working for Krishna is the highest level of selflessness. Because when you work for Krishna, when you serve Krishna, when you love Krishna, you will naturally love everyone whom Krishna loves. Whom does Krishna love? He loves everybody, right? Every living being is Krishna's child, the Supreme Lord's child, right? You agreed? In Bhagavad Gita only Krishna said, Mamaivamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha. All the jivas, all the living beings are my amshas. All of us are God's children. When we love God, naturally we love all the children of God. As simple as that, right? You got it? So when we are doing bhakti, when we are following spiritual life, when we are serving the Lord, when we are worshipping the Lord, we will definitely be kind towards everyone else. Not that I will worship the Lord and I will ignore everyone else. That's not the That's not real bhakti. Bhakti means you worship the Lord and also be kind and affectionate towards all the children of God as much as your capacity allows. Of course, as we discussed before, when you have 100 rupees in your pocket, you cannot donate 1,000 rupees, but you can always donate 10 or 20 rupees, isn't it? So, as per your capacity, you can help others, recognizing everyone as a child of God. Clear? Now, let me ask you a question. For example, there's a very small child, not as grown up as you, but much smaller than you. A small child is lost on the road. What is the best option amongst the following three options? Option number one, just ignore the child and leave him. Let the child cry. Okay, first option. Second option, to give the child a chocolate and make him happy temporarily. So the child is crying, you just give him some chocolate or some sweet and make him little happy, comfortable. Second option. Third option, take the child back to his parents and make him permanently happy. So which option would you choose out of these three? Which option will you try? Let's hear from Lakshmi.
I will choose the third option, Prabhuji.
Why, Prabhu? Why third option?
Because the second option is not permanently, but giving that bringing back to their parents is permanently.
Okay.
Then I
Sanatana.
choose third
Okay.
option.
Sanatana.
Yes, Prabhuji, I will also choose the third option because the first the first one is like just to ignore the child and let the child cry. Like, and the second one is to give the chocolate and make the child happy, like temporarily. But in the third option, they are saying that they are taking the child back to the parents and making the child permanently happy. So, and after some time, when we choose the second example, the child will eat the chocolate, and after that, we leave the child. Then that again, the child will be thinking of the parents, and the child will think that the child is lost. So the best way is to take the third option, probably, because the child will be permanently happy.
Okay. Excellent explanation by Sanatana. She also explained the three options elaborately. Now, let just read this statement. Who will read this statement? And Aradhita, read this last two lines.
Okay, Prabhuji. The highest welfare work is to make one receive his eternal and loving connection with Krishna, which will make him forever happy.
Got it? So all of you, at least two of you, just mentioned that third option is the best option. Ignoring the child is not good. Giving the child some temporary enjoyment by giving a sweet, that's also not so great. And connecting the child to parents is the best option. All of you agreed. Similarly, what is the highest welfare work or greatest selfless work we can do? By connecting everybody to Krishna, who is his eternal parent. Right? As all of you agreed, you connect the child with the parent, the child will be happy. Similarly, when we connect everyone with the Supreme Lord, who is our Supreme Father, then you will be happy. Now, second option, let's see the second option. Just give him a chocolate and the child is little happy. So somebody is struggling in this world, then you give that struggling person some kind of temporary happiness by giving him wealth, enjoyment, clothes, car, bungalow, good rank, toys, right? So many things people aspire for, but they're all temporary reliefs. So when we get a material object, when we get so much money, wealth, that may give happiness to the person, but ultimately the person has to be connected with God, the Supreme Father, the Eternal Father, right? Only bhakti and connecting with the Lord through devotion will give us permanent happiness. Any other privilege in this material world will give us only temporary happiness. You're able to see the connection between this example, the three options in this example, and the overall spiritual path, right? So giving the child a chocolate means we are all trying to enjoy some temporary pleasures of this world. So temporary pleasures of this world will give us temporary happiness only, but connection with God will give us permanent happiness. But leaving the child like that means like totally lazy. Means you are not even giving temporary happiness or permanent happiness. You are allowing the person to just struggle. When somebody is hungry, you feed him some food, that will give him some relief. But when somebody is hungry, you feed him prasadam, sanctified food. You offer the food to the Lord and then feed him prasadam. Then you also speak a little bit about bhakti. Then the hunger will be satisfied, plus they will be connected to the Lord. Once they get connected to the Lord, no more birth and death, no more entering another life. They will be connected to God. Then there is absolutely no misery when you are connected with the Lord, when you go to the Supreme Lord. Therefore, the greatest selfless work and welfare work and expression of compassion is in trying to connect people to the Supreme Lord through the process of bhakti, Krishna consciousness. You understood this? Anyone would like to add any more points to this? You have your own reflections, realizations, experiences to this. Anyone here would like to add more? Oh, no one is raising hand now. Yes, Tejas, you want to say something? Where is it?
No, bro.
Okay, great. And now everything is clear for you. Now,
Prabhuji,
yes. Who is speaking?
Prabhuji, or we can also do it half-half. Like first, we can give the child a chocolate and then we can take him to his parents. So
Correct. You can,
sometimes not cry and then we can also make him happy permanently.
yes, it's very good. You can give both. Give some sweet and also take him to parents. Similarly, you try to help people on the bodily plane by arranging for their physical facilities, and you also try to connect with God. Okay, this is good. Two options. Now, someone read this important lessons. Lekhana, read the first top line.
But how to engage in such welfare? One cannot engage in this without being fully conscious of Krishna. Therefore, to help others, first help yourself.
Now, all of you are saying that option 3 is the best. Don't just leave the child by giving him a sweet, connect with the parents. But you don't know where the parents are. Can you take the child to the parents? Child is sitting idly on the road. No elder is seen around. Then now you see the child. You want to connect the child to the parents, but you don't know where the parents are. Right? How will you connect? You cannot connect. Similarly, if we ourselves don't have bhakti, how can we teach other people to perform bhakti? First, we need to equip ourselves with bhakti unto Krishna. We need to connect ourselves with God, our Supreme Father. Once we make that connection, we can always connect others also to the Lord. You got it? Therefore, you need to study Bhagavad Gita. You need to chant the holy names of the Lord. You need to chant Hare Krishna. You need to worship the Lord. Thus, you develop nice devotion towards the Lord. Then you train people in devotion, right? But sometimes, say we want to help others. The child is crying there. You want to take the child to the parents, but you don't know where the parents are. Okay, let me search. You take the child and then you start searching the parents everywhere. Meanwhile, the parents will come there. Child is not there. Seen. Is it service or disservice? You have spoiled the situation even more, right? Therefore, without knowing much about spirituality, we should not teach others spirituality, right? So we should first practice bhakti nicely, then we can always connect others. Yes, Etasha, you want to say something?
Prabhuji, the third option, because if we uh, if we know about Krishna, then we can ask the permanent parents where do they stay.
Okay, good. Any other point? Someone
But
else?
the
parents will stay in our heart only. So material parents also we can meet, and our then our permanent parents also are in our heart.
Okay. Thank you. Someone read these lines. Okay, I think these are little like very deeper lessons for you. I think we need not read that. We already okay. Let's read. I'll try to explain. Please read. Madhavi, you can read this. Physical welfare.
Physical welfare or temporary relief of external body and mind to people is the imperfect understanding of welfare activities, because the real cause of one's difficulties is forgetfulness of one's relationship with the Supreme Lord.
You got this? All the physical welfare activities and uh, are temporary relief of the external body are not the highest welfare. Of course, they are required. They are good. You are trying to serve someone's body. When somebody is sick, you are giving them medicines. When somebody is hungry, you are giving them food. All these are required as long as people are in this material world. But higher than that is that we need to connect them to the Lord. Because the basic problem in this world is people forget God. Our forgetfulness of our relationship with the Supreme Lord is the basic problem. Once you revive that relationship with the Lord and go to the Lord, there is no birth, there is no death, there is no old age, there is no disease, there is no hunger problem, there is no financial problem, there is no relationship problem, there is no problem only. So the greatest help that you can do to people is to connect them to the Lord. Clear? Are you convinced about this point? Now let's see some stories of people who are very selfless. Today we will discuss the story of Lord Shiva. I think some of you must be knowing this story. Once Shiva was became very compassionate, and he drank poison to save people. Once the Devatas and the demons came together to churn the milk ocean. Who guided them? Lord Vishnu personally told them, you should uh, you should churn the milk ocean. When you churn the milk ocean, nectar will come out. Nectar means Amrit will come out. By drinking Amrit, you'll become very powerful. So the Devatas and the demons came together. They made Vasuki serpent the churning rope. They made Mandara mountain the churning rod. And they were happily churning the mountain. Suddenly, the mountain sank into the ocean. Then they became bewildered. Meanwhile, Lord Vishnu expanded himself as which form? Which form, Jahanavi?
Kurma form.
Kurma avatar. He was a gigantic tortoise. He became so big and he went under the mountain and lifted the mountain on his back, and eventually he carried the mountain on the back, and the churning started. So when the churning started, first lot of poison came out, and the poison started spreading in all directions. This is called halahal poison. It started spreading in all directions, and all the devatas and the demons were extremely perturbed, and they were very disturbed. And Lord Vishnu told the devatas, you better go to Lord Shiva. He's very powerful. He will be able to save you and the entire universe from this fast spreading poison. Then all the devatas went to Lord Shiva and said, oh Shiva, please save us from this fiery poison. We have come to you for shelter. You are extremely kind towards everybody. You are very selfless. Can you please help us counteract this poison? Then Lord Shiva asked Parvati, Parvati, can I drink poison? So did Parvati give permission to Shiva? Does any wife give permission to husband to drink poison? Madhapriya?
No, Prabhu.
No. But did Parvati give permission?
Yes, I guess.
Why?
Because she knew Shiva was powerful and Shiva held the halal poison in his throat.
Okay. Although no wife would allow her husband to drink poison, Parvati allowed. Parvati gave permission because of two reasons. First reason was she knows the power of Lord Shiva. Second, she knows the heart of Lord Shiva. Shiva is extremely powerful. Even if he drinks basundi or rabdi or poison, halahal, kalakot, nothing happens to him. Okay, he's powerful. Nothing will happen to him. Secondly, she understood Shiva's heart. My dear Lord Shiva is extremely compassionate. He cannot tolerate someone else in distress. He cannot tolerate seeing anybody in distress. He is Paradukha Dukhi. He is Vaishnavanam Yathashambho. He is the best of all Vaishnavas. Any Vaishnava cannot tolerate the suffering of common people. Similarly, Shiva, who is the best of all Vaishnavas, cannot tolerate suffering of anybody. Therefore, she understood the heart of Lord, her husband, Lord Shiva. So Shiva went and started drinking poison. He took all the poison that is spreading everywhere and kept it in his hand and he started drinking. When he was drinking poison, few drops of poison fell down. Then some snakes and scorpions came and drank the few droplets of poison. That is Lord Shiva's Mahaprasad. Then all the snakes became poisonous. Scorpions became poisonous. So that's the story of Lord Shiva in expressing his compassion. Of course, to show compassion towards others, we don't have to drink poison, by the way. Drinking poison is a very extreme thing. There are some people who exhibit their compassion and selflessness to such a degree, but we may not be able to imitate them, but we can always help other people to the best of our capacity. We may not have the capacity like Lord Shiva, but we have some limited capacity, right? Let us use that capacity to help others. Fine. So let's read this lesson. Read Swastik, read this lesson. Orange box.
Orange box. A selfless person takes up harshes to relieve
Other difficulties.
other of their difficulties.
Thank you. So Shiva took up this hardship of even drinking poison. Therefore, Sukadeva Goswami glorifies like this. Tapyante lokatapena sadhavaha prayaso janaha paramaradhanam tadbhi purushasya. Great souls like Lord Shiva, great personalities, compassionate people like Lord Shiva, they almost always extend themselves for the welfare of common people without expecting anything in return. That is the nature of great personalities. And by doing so, they completely please the Supreme Lord Vishnu or Krishna. Anyone here who did a selfless act of helping others when they're in need, although it was a bit difficult for you? Anyone has an experience? Or did you observe another person, any other devotee helping others, although it was difficult for them to help? Anyone? Any examples or experiences? Ayansh?
Oh, Prabhuji, this was once when in the class, one of my friends had gotten injured. So our teacher had told that to me to help him out. So I had to do his work also. Like when the books were there, I had to remove the books for him also, for me also. And I tried faster so that I can help him a bit and stuff. So I had a little bit difficult.
Okay, good. Next, any other?
Sometimes I've seen in the temple or in any house programs, some Matajis will, even though they're so tired, they'll stay up, they'll cook, and they'll clean the whole house, or even though they're so tired and exhausted.
Yes, we all have seen our mothers at homes. Although they are tired, they can never say no. There's no Sunday for mothers. So
Yeah.
every day, 24/7, they have to attend to the needs of the children without taking any breaks. So it's a selfless act. Mother is a very wonderful example of selflessness. Of course, father also.
Yeah.
Next, any other? Thoughts? Yes, Shikha's phone. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, my name is actually Aram Mehta. I am joining with my mother's phone. One day at school, our school was giving brownies to everyone. I saw that my best friend got 6 brownies, but his other friend didn't get any. So my best friend gave 3 brownies to him.
6 by 2, 3. Very good. Sharing with others. Let me share one more story from Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the story of a great sage. Once there was a gigantic demon named Vritrasur. He attacked the Devatas. Actually, this Vritrasur was a devotee. But somehow he was cursed to become a demon. He became a powerful demon called Vritrasur. I think some of you know this story, but those who don't know, just hear this much at this moment. So he is a gigantic demon. He almost touched the sky, and all the devatas became very fearful of him. They tried to attack him with their weapons, and Vritrasur just swallowed the weapons. Just swallowed the weapons. And they became frightened. All the devatas ran towards Lord Vishnu and said that, "Oh Lord, you are the Supreme Personality, and you appeared in so many incarnations like Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Vamana, Narasimha, Rama, Parshurama, so many incarnations. Why don't you take another incarnation and kill this Vritrasur and protect us?" Then Lord Vishnu said, "To solve this problem that you are facing now, just to kill Vritrasur, I don't have to take an incarnation. And by the way, Vritrasur is my devotee. How can I kill my devotee? But still, I will do something else. I will give you some other idea. Sometimes, when you have some problem in solving a mathematics problem, your parents will help you, right? Your parents help you anytime solving a mathematics problem. Will they directly give you the answer, or will they teach you how to arrive at the answer? Two things. If a small child is struggling with the addition problem, LKG or UKG kid, the teacher has given some addition problem, 8 plus 5. Till now, the child was able to solve 2 plus 3. Okay, 2 fingers here, 3 fingers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The child will say 5. But when the teacher gives 8 plus 3, the child takes 8 fingers. And whereas the other 3 fingers, the child is unable to figure out where are the other 3 fingers. So 8 plus 3. Then the parents will intervene and say, "You take the fingers on your feet." Then you can easily count. So 8 plus 3, 11. But later the teacher gives a more tough problem. What is that? 13 plus 12. So 13 fingers are taken. Where are the other 12 fingers? The child will start searching for the fingers of other family members in the home, right? So instead, there are other ways of solving this addition problem. The parents will teach them. So if you directly give the answer, 13 plus 12 is 25, right answer. Then the child will write 25 and get full marks in the exam. But later, child does not know how to count, right? So best thing is to help them understand the concept and arrive at the solution on their own instead of directly giving the answer, right? Similarly, the Supreme Lord also, like a loving father, doesn't always directly solve the problem of the devatas. He will tell them, "I am giving you this idea, go and implement this idea, then you will get the solution. I will not kill the demon. You have to work hard to kill the demon." Right? So the Lord would have given the nectar pot, Amrit, directly to the devatas, but he did not give. He said, "You go and churn the milk ocean, then you will get nectar." He could have given nectar pot directly, right? Why the devatas have to do so much hard work by getting Mandara mountain, by negotiating with Vasuki serpent and churning the milk ocean with so much hard work? The Lord has to engage his devotees in some hard work so that they learn. Similarly, in this current context, the Lord did not kill Vritrasura. He said, "I'll give you an idea. There's a great devotee named Dadhichi. He's a great sage. His body is extremely powerful because he has performed so many austerities. He has great spiritual knowledge. We should go to him and request for his bones. You take bones and there is a heavenly architect named Vishwakarma. This Vishwakarma will manufacture a thunderbolt weapon with the bones. Then with that thunderbolt weapon, you will be able to kill Vritrasura. This is the idea that the Lord gave. Then all the devatas had to go to the Dadichi Muni and ask for his bones. Can someone offer their bones without dying? They have to die, right? Or take my rib case. Fine. It's not that take my hairs or take my nails. So even if your nails are cut, your hairs are cut, you will not die. But when the bones are taken away from the body, the person has to die, right? So indirectly, directly, the Lord told the devatas, you make the Dadichi die and take his bones. How can the Lord plan for the death of his own devotee? The Lord claimed, Dadichi is my devotee. He's a very exalted sage. You go and take his bones. That means let Dadichi die. So did Dadichi misunderstand Lord Vishnu? How is the Lord planning for my death? How can the Lord ask for my bones? He can ask some service. He can ask me Patram Pushpam Phalam Toim. I can give that. How can I give my bones? Yes. Anyone here? Sanatana. Yes, she's very enthusiastic.
Dadiji didn't think that the Lord has planned to kill me, but he understood that the Lord is calling me for my supreme life to take me to Godhead. So that's why he was ready to die and give his bones to the devil.
Wow, very smart answer. For a devotee, death means going to Vaikuntha, going to Goloka. Although the Lord is asking for the life of Dadichi, still the Lord is calling him back to Godhead. Very good. Any other perspectives, Shubhangi? Then Shri Ram.
Yeah, he said like I'll anyways die in this material world, so it's better that I die while doing something good for all the world, for you, the devtas, and also for the order of Lord Vishnu. So I should meditate upon the Lord and give up my body.
Excellent answer. Amazing answer. Both Sanatana and Shubhangi. Anyways, we have to die. Anyways, this body has to die one day. It will be destroyed. Better use it for a good purpose. What is the good purpose here? The devatas are being attacked by a demon, and if I can help the devatas to come out of the attack of the demon, to counteract the demon's attack, then it will help the whole world, because the devatas are the managers of all the affairs in this material world. Devatas are the lokapalas. Lokapalas means they are the rulers of this universe. There are different planets in the universe. They manage all the affairs in all the planets in this universe. Therefore, Dadichi thought that it's very good on my part to help them, even at the cost of my death. Anything more? Any other reason, Sri Ram?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, because Krishna told like Dajiji has the power. Dajiji being a good devotee of Krishna, he accepted with selflessness, devotion, because Krishna is his master. Whatever he says, he has to follow.
Not that whatever he says he has to follow as a matter of obligation. I have no option. Bola to karna hi padega. Because he told me I must do it. It's not that he is being forced to do it. He's voluntarily doing it, right? Because he's completely convinced that the Lord is my well-wisher. Lord Vishnu is my well-wisher. Even if he plans for my death, he's my well-wisher. There's absolutely no doubt that the Lord will harm me. He's only taking my body, right? Soul is eternal. So devotees have that understanding. Okay, very good. You also have that understanding. Yes, any other perspectives? I'm learning a lot from all of you, children. Yetasha, what's your new thought?
Prabhuji, see when we so that demon, how many days he has that he can do prayers and for Lord Krishna, and why should he stay in materialistic places? He can see his own permanent parents in top.
Correct. Very good. Excellent. That's what the Dadichi said. So when the Devatas went to Dadichi Muni and asked him, can you please give your bones? Initially, he wanted to joke. Even if Lord Vishnu asks for my bones, will I give my bones or what? I will not give. He just joked with them, just to hear what they will say. And finally, he said, just you don't have to even quote Vishnu. I understand you're doing some responsible service. If I have to give up my life, I don't mind. Just take my bones. And these devatas were taking the bones of Dadhichi. Dadhichi did not even realize that his bones are being taken away from his body. Even if somebody gives us an injection, you understand, very small needle that just pierces our hand, then we'll feel so much pain. Anyone had an injection here? Anyone? I think most of you. I think almost all of you. Even I had. So when an injection, when small needle pierces our hand, we feel extreme pain. When we're walking on the street, anyone whose feet is pricked by a thorn? Anyone here? Did you ever stamp on a thorn? I did many times. So when a small pebble or a sharp stone pierces our foot, or a thorn pierces our foot, we'll feel extreme pain. But here, the devatas are taking away the bones of the Dhichi. How much pain he will experience? But he did not experience even slightest pain. Any pain? No pain. He did not experience this much pain also. Why? You tell me. I will not answer. I will not explain. Why did Dadhichi not experience any pain in when the devatas are taking his bones? Yes.
Prabhu, because like he was already absorbed in Krishna, and he was totally out of the bodily perspection and bodily platform.
Correct. He was not identifying himself with the body.
Yeah.
Like there is a dress on our body. If somebody is tearing my kurta like this, will I get pain? I will not get pain. My body will not get pain because kurta is being torn. But if I'm attached to this kurta, not physically, internally, say this is my favorite kurta, favorite dress, for example. Of course, there's nothing like favorite. Every day we wear the same clothes, but still, just assume that this is my favorite kurta. Somebody is tearing it. Because of the mental attachment to this kurta, when somebody is tearing it, although my body is not getting pain, still I feel bad. Hey, he has torn my kurta, he has torn my kurta, right? So we are connected to either dress or the body or our phone or our toy or a car or a bungalow or a house or whatever. We are connected to all these material things through our attachment. We are attached to all these material things. When there is attachment, there is pain. To the degree we are attached to any bodily object or temporary object, to that degree we experience pain. Is it getting too much heavy for you, children? Too much philosophy? You're able to understand, right? So Dadichi was not attached to his body at all. He was not attached to the body. Therefore, even when the body is being destroyed, bones are being taken away, he did not mind because he's totally absorbed in the Lord. He's meditating on the Lord. He's not at all in a condition to even realize that they're taking his bones. He went into samadhi. Just like you are, say you find the class very interesting, for example. Is it interesting? Very boring. Say, for example, you find the class very interesting. Sanatana is absorbed in the class. Now her parents are calling, Sanatana, come here, come here. But she's not even listening to them because she's absorbed here. Right? Even in our own little experience, we can understand that when we are absorbed in something, even the other people are trying to call us or even physically touch us and then call us, still we don't realize. We are just glued to the screen, and then people are calling, hey, ruko. Because mind is here, eyes are here, ears are here, hands are here, legs are here, everything is here. Therefore, you are not realizing that someone is calling you. They want your attention. Similarly, the Dadichi's mind is with Krishna. He's completely absorbed in Krishna. Therefore, although his body is being taken away, he did not even realize. All of us have the potential to get absorbed in Krishna to this degree, children. How can we develop that absorption in Krishna? Anyone knows the way of developing such deep absorption in the Lord? Who will tell me? Who has been silent so far? Kartik.
The association of devotees.
Association of devotees is one way. Any other? Devanath?
Prabhuji, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. Like this, we can attain Krishna.
Yes, that will make us so absorbed in Krishna. Ankita, you have any more?
And Bhagavatam also.
Huh?
Devotional
And hearing Bhagavatam also.
Hearing Bhagavatam.
by,
You said already.
by doing devotional activities and go temples.
Are you doing devotional activities? What devotional activities do you do, Ankita?
Chanting, read the Bhagavad Gita, and worshipping Lord, and hear about the glories of Krishna. Hear about Krishna.
Uh, Very good. You're so doing so many devotional activities. Excellent. You are inspiring me also. So in this way, when we are absorbed in devotional activities, we'll develop a taste for Krishna. We'll become enthusiastic to develop a relationship with Krishna. Once you are so absorbed and connected to Krishna, anything happens on the material plane will not affect us. Right? It's all temporary. For example, this is very old kurta, and I'm about to discard it. When somebody tears it, I don't mind. But if it's a new kurta, I'm attached to it, right? Similarly, in this material world, we have attachment to certain things and we are detached from certain things. But ultimately, we should be detached from everything in this world. Do the needful while living in this world. Don't be detached from your studies after hearing the class. Don't say that I will be absorbed in Krishna, I will do devotional activities, I will not go to school. That's not the message here. As long as you are living in this world, in a body, you have to take care of your body. Sleep on time, get up on time, eat healthy food, take care of your studies, take care of your health. All that you need to do, but you are doing it as a matter of duty. Your primary attachment is towards Krishna. Okay. Then he gave his bonds. Then Vritrasur, Indra took up the thunderbolt which is made of Dadichi's bones, and Vritrasur was killed by that. And by the way, just as Dadichi did not misunderstand Vishnu, Vritrasur also did not misunderstand Vishnu. Because Vritrasur was also a devotee, Lord Vishnu has planned for his death. Whatever the Lord does is only for our benefit. Both Dadichi and Vritrasur, both of them went to the spiritual world, went back to Godhead by executing the service or fulfilling the expectation of the Lord. Selfless people readily help others even at the cost of their own lives. Can someone read this lesson? Who has been silent in today's class? Bhanupriya, you can speak. You can read this. While Lord Shiva drank.
While Lord Shiva drank the deadly poison to save the Devtas, sage Dadichi willingly gave his bones to the Devtas to kill a demon. Both exhibited great selflessness. We may not be able to make such great sacrifices for others, but taking inspiration from these great men, let us cultivate this virtue of selflessness and try to others
as much as we can. Okay, as much as we can. So we'll conclude here. Thank you so much, children, for being so attentive and active in participating in the class, answering questions, and sharing your reflections and understanding. It's a great learning experience for me to be with all of you in the last 8 days. We have 2 more classes next week, Monday and Tuesday. Saturday, Sunday off for you. And you know what you are supposed to do on Saturday, Sunday, right? Learn the shloka and write an essay. Write a beautiful essay on any of these virtues that we have discussed in the last 8 days. And I have been reading some of your essays. Dheeraj is sending essays every day, and many children are sending beautiful essays. Savarnika sent essays. I'm reading very beautiful essays. Please continue to do your good work. When you write your understanding, you will understand it even better and you will remember it for a long time. Now, any questions, comments, extra lessons, reflections, realizations, objections? It's the time for that now. Diksha?
Prabhuji, we should not be selfless. Means we should not be selflessness.
We should not have.
Okay, got it. Any other thoughts? Jahnavi? Yes, Jahnavi, you are speaking. Purni, you can speak.
Prabhuji, I didn't have any doubts, but I want to share one example of selflessness, Prabhuji. Soldiers, Prabhuji.
Soldiers, they fight for the welfare of the entire country. Gautam?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Gautam, unmute yourself.
Prabhuji, in normal, Lord Krishna will be in blue color, na Prabhuji. In ISKCON temples, we will see Lord Krishna in a black color, na Prabhuji. Why, Prabhuji?
Because the deity is made of black stone. Sometimes white color, white stone. Sometimes golden deities are there, I mean brass deities are there. Krishna will shine in gold color. So the deities have their materials which the deities are made. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Gita, you have a question?
Why shouldn't I? Why should not listen the Bollywood song?
Why we should not listen Bollywood songs? You tell me, why should we listen? We don't know. Okay, let another intelligent child answer this question before I answer. Madhav Priya, I think you can give an answer to this question. Why should we not hear Bollywood songs? Ankita is asking.
I am not sure, but I'll try. Maybe like Bollywood songs, in the sense, if they are distracting you from your work or distracting you from getting attracted to Krishna or distracting you from your services, it's bad. And sometimes, like, some Bollywood songs have some bad energies associated with them. And or else, maybe if the music is little good, we can listen, but we should not do it, because if we focus more on the meanings also, they might be like very away from Krishna, and it's too much related to the world and gets us more attracted, makes us attracted to worldly things. Right?
Wow, amazing analysis. Ankita, you got your answer? I don't have to be around. Basically, as she very beautifully pointed out, music may be attractive, but because music is an art. But how is the art being utilized? It is being utilized to promote materialism or some mundane stuff, nothing spiritual, nothing moral, nothing ethical, nothing virtuous. But it's like sidetracking us in a different direction. Then art, the good art of music is being utilized in a wrong way. So we may get attracted to music, but when you focus on the lyrics, the meanings are a little different. So they're promoting materialism and sense gratification and nothing Krishna conscious. Therefore, it contaminates our consciousness. When we hear something bad, that spoils our mind. Just like Kaikeyi had so much love and affection for Ram. You know that? Kaikeyi, Dasharatha's wife, she had so much love and affection for Ram, but she heard all the bad lyrics from Manthara. So Manthara spoke something nonsensical, and she poisoned her brain. And Kaikeyi asked Dasharatha Maharaj to send Ram to Vanvas for 14 years. She has been loving Ram like her own dear son. Can any mother send her son to the forest for 14 years? 14 years, don't look at my face. Go and stay in the forest. She did like that. Why? All because of hearing the poisonous words of Manthara, envious bad words of Manthara. Therefore, we need to allow only positive, spiritual, good sound vibrations to enter our ears and not anything that contaminates our consciousness. Fine?
Okay, I have one.
Okay.
Who is Manthara? Who is Manthara? How was the relationship among the Manthara and Kaikeyi?
Manthara was a maid servant of Kaikeyi, very close maid servant. Okay, maid servant. Next, any other question? Kaira? Question, comment, favorite lesson, whatever. Whatever you want to speak. Kaira, you don't unmute yourself fast. Okay, Bhanupriya, you can do it.
Prabhuji, my favorite lesson was that Krishna is everyone's well-wisher, and whatever he does for the welfare of everyone.
Very Harsha, very good. Thank you, Bhanupriya. Harsha?
Prabhuji, I have a question. Why did Vishnu ask only to the devatas to only take Dadichi's bones? No, why not other sages' bones?
So, if I say that the Lord has asked Devatas to take bones from some other sage, say Vishwamitra or Vasishta or some other sage, you will ask me the same question, right? Why did the Lord ask the Devatas to take bones from Vishwamitra? Why Vasishta? So, I mean, there is preference. The Lord also has a preference because Dadhiji is an exalted devotee, selfless devotee, very obedient and submissive to the Lord. Therefore, the Lord trusted Dadhiji. He will not misunderstand me. Even if I ask him to give his bones, he will not misunderstand me. His devotion towards me will not be diminished at all, even slightly. Therefore, let him do it. Okay, got it? Thank you. Daksh, you can.
Prabhuji, my favorite lesson from this session was that he gave his bones to help them and to kill the demon.
Thank you. Next, any other question? Arav?
Prabhuji, I just wanted to say that I have bought your set of 5 Bhagavad Gita's books. It will come today 10 p.m.
Great. 10 p.m. Okay. Preeti Kumari?
I had a lesson that my lesson was that we should be compassionate to everyone.
Should be compassionate to everyone.